Did you know there's a gun so incredibly advanced it can communicate with its owner? No, this isn't science fiction. It's a real firearm with an almost supernatural ability. Ready to find out how this seemingly magical firearm works and why it's unlike anything else in existence? Keep watching, because this story will leave you shaking your head in disbelief. Imagine holding a firearm that not only responds to your commands but understands you, your performance, your accuracy, your personal shooting style. It literally interacts with you. This isn't a metaphor. We're talking about the Tracking Point Precision-Guided Firearm, a firearm that revolutionized the way we think about guns. It's more than just a weapon. It's an extension of you, the shooter. Now, before you think, oh, just another fancy tech-enhanced rifle, you need to understand just how far Tracking Point takes this idea. The firearm merges military-grade ballistics intelligence with smart software systems, creating a gun that's responsive and capable of analyzing its context in real time. Picture Iron Man's JARVIS, but here it's embedded into a gun. Let's break it down. What makes this firearm so special? Well, it's equipped with a powerful onboard computer system that tracks and predicts shot trajectories. How does it do this? By relying on a state-of-the-art scope system, combined with sensors that detect wind, temperature, rotation of the Earth, yes, the rotation of the Earth, as well as your own breathing patterns. Here's where it gets even crazier. This gun not only calculates the most precise moment to fire, but it will also refuse to fire until it knows exactly when and where it should hit. That's right. It's physically impossible to miss unless you override the system and take matters into your own hands. But why would you, when this tech is designed to ensure you always hit your target? Okay, so how does communication play into this? Here's the wild part. The Tracking Point rifle doesn't just silently calculate all these metrics. It actually provides real-time updates on where your shot will land, moving crosshairs in your scope to guide you. And it doesn't stop there. The information syncs to a mobile app, so your shooting performance is available on your phone. It's like having your own personal shooting coach embedded within a firearm. But the ingenuity doesn't end there. One feature that astounded even hardened firearms enthusiasts is its tag-and-shoot technology. How does this work? Imagine this. You tag a target using the smart scope. The onboard computer recognizes this marker, and from that moment, it locks onto the target like a magnet, no matter where you move the gun after that. Even if you flinch or adjust your aim, the rifle recalibrates so the point of impact remains unwaveringly on the target. How insane is that? Here's where it gets even more futuristic. These rifles are internet connected. They offer live streaming capability, letting you broadcast your perspective online. So, not only is this firearm effectively communicating with you, it's communicating with the world. Whether you're testing it for recreational use or applying critical precision in combat or hunting scenarios, this gun allows you to share the experience in real time. But hold on. Let's take a couple of steps back into history. Why was this firearm even developed? It all started with one simple question. How can technology make firing a gun safer and more accurate? You see, accuracy isn't just about hitting a bullseye. In real-world applications, it could mean sparing unintended targets or making a clean, ethical shot in hunting. Founder John McHale envisioned a world where even an amateur marksman could perform with sniper-level precision. Instead of spending years perfecting your steadiness or training your eye, the Tracking Point aims to level the playing field. When the Tracking Point firearm debuted, it sent shockwaves through the firearms industry. It appealed not only to enthusiasts hungry for high-tech gadgetry, but also to skeptics of manual shooting precision. Those who doubted its effectiveness were silenced when field tests demonstrated that an untrained individual could hit targets over 1,000 yards away, as long as the gun was there to guide them. Of course, like any cutting-edge invention, its arrival wasn't without controversy. Critics argued that this kind of technology was too powerful, too dangerous to be commercially available. The ethical implications were immediately brought into question. Should a gun be this smart? Doesn't this change the dynamic of responsibility, taking skill and effort out of the equation? And what about potential misuse? After all, if the rifle does all the work, doesn't it put immense power in untrained or unethical hands? Supporters, however, see it differently. They argue that this innovation could prevent accidents and ensure greater safety, both in professional military applications and recreational sports shooting. A firearm that lessens human error isn't a liability. It's an advancement. Think about it. Pilots have autopilot systems in planes for safer flights. Why can't a gun have a similar system for safer, more precise use? The tracking point precision-guided firearm may sound like a fantasy straight out of a futuristic movie, but it's here, and it's real. It forces us to radically rethink not just what a gun can do, but what it should do and the role technology plays in the world of firearms. It doesn't just reimagine the mechanics of shooting, it's a dialogue between man and machine, reshaping what it means to perfect the art of hitting a target. Now the big question is, could this technology revolutionize the field forever? Some think that it's only a matter of time before other firearms manufacturers mimic and expand on this approach. Imagine a future where all firearms, not just specialized rifles, are packed with AI-like software for ultimate precision. What kind of world would we be looking at then? Technological marvels or a dystopian landscape? The tracking point rifle may be the first of its kind, but it likely won't be the last. And remember, this isn't just an abstract concept or prototype gathering dust in a lab somewhere. This firearm exists today, already being used and tested in the field. Whether you see it as an ingenious leap forward or a controversial creation, one thing's for certain, this gun literally speaks for itself. So what do you think? Would you trust a firearm this intelligent? Is this a dream tool, or does it veer uncomfortably into dangerous territory? Tell us in the comments below, because this conversation is just getting started. And as always, like, share, and subscribe for more episodes of our firearms series. There's so much more about the amazing, the bizarre, and the absolutely mind-blowing world of firearms that we can't wait to share. Stay tuned. This is just the beginning.